10 Wild Animals in Portugal. Portugal is a European country located in the southwestern part of the continent, east to the Atlantic Ocean. It has the westernmost point of mainland Europe, was a particularly important commercial and maritime empire, and used to have one of the largest colonial empires in the world. An interesting part of the country that I wanted to tackle is its wildlife. In light of that, I have listed the best of it, and I hope you will love learning what animals live in Portugal. On place 10, Red Fox. The red fox is the largest of the true foxes, and one of the most widespread carnivores on the planet. It can be found throughout almost the entirety of the northern hemisphere, and was also introduced to Australia, where it is known as a serious pest. This fox is one of the most common mammals in Portugal. It inhabits a wide variety of habitats, and feeds on small mammals such as rodents, but also fruits and plant material. On place 9, Black Stork. While most people know about the white stork, the black stork is a much less famous relative. It is a large migratory bird that lives in the southern parts of Africa, and breeds throughout Eurasia. In Portugal and Spain, its numbers are increasing. It can be found in the central parts of Portugal, where it feeds on fish. In other countries such as Scandinavia and Western Europe, its numbers are seriously on the decline, however, and it is extirpated from a lot of areas. On place 8, Red Deer. The red deer is one of the most widespread and common animals in Europe. In fact, it can even be found in North Africa, the Middle East, and Western Asia, and has had a long history of interaction with humans, being depicted in cave art from 40,000 years ago. In Portugal, this deer used to be pretty rare, and conservation and reintroduction efforts have proven to be necessary to save the species in the country. On place 7, Egyptian vulture. The Egyptian vulture, also known as the Pharaoh's chicken or the white scavenger vulture, is a small species of Old World vulture native to not only Egypt, but also the Iberian Peninsula, Sub-Saharan Africa, the Indian subcontinent, the Arabian Peninsula and the Middle East. Similarly to most vultures, the Egyptian vulture is a scavenger that feeds on carrion. It is very opportunistic though, and can also hunt for small mammals, reptiles, and birds. On place 6, Cantabrian brown bear. Previously thought to be locally extinct in Portugal, the Cantabrian brown bear, also known as the Iberian brown bear, was recently sighted in the country. It is a subspecies of the European brown bear endemic to the Cantabrian mountains of Spain and Portugal. Despite being very strong, it is timid and avoids human contact whenever it can. While it used to be common throughout the Iberian Peninsula, the first half of the 20th century saw a drastic decline in this bear's population, primarily due to habitat loss and persecution through hunting. On place 5, Bonelli's eagle. The Bonelli's eagle is a large species of bird of prey native to the Iberian Peninsula, North Africa, the Indian subcontinent, Southeast Asia, and the Arabian Peninsula. It lives in the hills and mountains of Portugal, at elevations of up to 1,500 meters above sea level. This eagle lives in territories of about 130 square kilometers in Portugal, and there are only around 75 to 90 pairs left in the country. On place 4, red squirrel. The red squirrel is a species of tree squirrel found throughout a very wide range, from the Iberian Peninsula to Eastern Asia. It is very common and is a herbivorous, arboreal rodent. This squirrel makes a nest out of twigs, and inhabits temperate broadleaf woodlands, as well as coniferous forests. It is both solitary and shy and does not share food with others. Although it mainly feeds on nuts, it will sometimes raid bird nests, and feed on their nestlings or eggs. On place 3, Portuguese ibex. There are a lot of species threatened by overhunting in Portugal, and the Portuguese ibex was one of them. It used to live in the northern, mountainous areas of Portugal, and was widespread within its range until 1800 year, after which hunting pressure never ceased increasing. Other factors such as predation, disease outbreaks, and a disproportionate amount of males were also fatal to this species. The last known specimen of Portuguese ibex died in 1890 year, in Spain. On place 2, Iberian lynx. The Iberian lynx is a medium-sized species of wildcat endemic to the Iberian Peninsula. Its population has sharply declined throughout the 20th century, primarily due to intense hunting, habitat fragmentation, and depletion of prey. Reintroduction efforts have been established in the country, and 12 of the 17 individuals have established a territory, which is a success. This lynx lives in northern Portugal, but also in the south, which is quite peculiar. There, it inhabits forests and is strictly protected. On place 1, sperm whale. This whale has been extensively hunted in Portugal, so much so that whaling became forbidden by law in 1984 year. It was a prime target for this industry and seriously suffered from that. Now, although protected, the sperm whale needs to recover, which is not an easy feat with various threats such as a low reproductive rate, climate change, and pollution.